Good day, everyone. Today it's 12th January and it's raining birthdays, at least in our family. There's one from my father's side, one from my mother's side, and one from my wife's side. Well, I am not taking sides. There is somebody else whose birthday is celebrated by everybody, and this gentleman also remembers him. Take a look.
As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekananda once said,
Yes, even if you couldn't figure it out, let me tell you, we are talking about Swami Vivekananda, and his birthday is celebrated today as National Youth Day. And it is not just in today's times that Swami Vivekananda has been remembered by world leaders. Even during his times, he's been famous all over the world, spreading his messages. So today, on National Youth Day, celebrated in his honor, let us look at some of the top 5 messages or learnings that he has imparted to the rest of the world. The first one in the list is about the importance of self-realization and self-improvement. This is music to my ears, especially at this time of the year, since I am a big believer in introspecting and reflecting on the events of the past year, especially at the turn of the year. I have been doing a detailed year in review for many years now. This year, I did a rather expansive one with 22 episodes, one episode each day for the last 22 days of the year in 2022. And one of the central themes was how the power of reflection, of introspection, of self-realization and self-improvement can propel us further. And these are the central thoughts of the first message that Swami Vivekananda gave to us. He mentioned that self-realization and self-improvement is key to reaching your full potential. Interestingly enough, one of the central planks of our platform from the expert's mouth is also to be able to help people reach their full potential through the shared experiences so that people are able to reflect and learn from each other's experiences and thereby achieve you version 2, which is the best version of yourself. The second big message of Swami Vivekananda was about the unity of all religions. He believed that all the religions are essentially the same and there is fundamental unity in whatever they are preaching, even though they may look very different on the surface. And some of his thoughts, which he articulated in the world famous speech in the World Congress of Religions in Chicago, are remembered even today. Cut to the present times, not too long ago, as part of one of these episodes of the Year in Review series that I was talking about, I did an episode where I conducted an interesting thought experiment. I took 22 different articles that were published on From the Expert's Mouth by authors whose backgrounds were very different from mine. They were as diverse as it could get. And when I started reflecting on the thoughts that they had shared about their experiences in the articles written by them, I realized one very interesting thing. Many of my experiences, my thoughts seem to be in harmony and in alignment with the thoughts and experiences of these 22 diverse and different people who were as different from me as chalk and cheese. Yet, at the fundamental level, there was some unity, some harmony, some element of factor that binded all of us together. And that is the essence of all religions being the same, of all people being the same, to the extent that I did mention in that video that all 8 billion people on this planet are essentially the same. We just have to figure out points of commonality rather than worrying about the differences that separate us. These differences are mostly related to the outwardly manifestations like our physical appearance, our color, our caste, our religion, our creed. But at the fundamental level, as Swami Vivekananda said, there is essential unity in all the religions, and to extrapolate, there is essential unity and commonality in all the people of this world. The third message that Swami Vivekananda gave us was the message of positive thinking and action. And he believed that only by adopting the right mindset and by following it up with the right sort of actions can one achieve success. One of the key things that I've been saying over the last couple of years is the importance of knowing how to stay positive and productive, which is also the title of a book that I released in 2020, and I released a thoroughly updated version in November last year. The key message is again twofold. In order to achieve our goals and success and also stay happy, both of the aspects are important. One, the right mindset, which is the mindset of being positive, and secondly, following up the positive mindset with positive actions. which help us achieve our goals. And that is the essence of being productive. The mindset that is required to succeed can vary depending on the circumstances. For instance, during the pandemic and particularly during the lockdown, I had advocated the adoption of what I called the pit stop mindset. This concept I borrowed from Formula One races, where the Formula One drivers keep racing around the circuit or the laps of life, and yet they have to take pit stops so as to recharge themselves, refuel their batteries, check the tire pressures, or change the tires, or any other such maintenance that is required. I had advocated that the pandemic and the lockdown had presented us with exactly that opportunity. Today, things are very different, and a very different mindset needs to be adopted. But what is that mindset and what is relevant for you in your particular situation or circumstance may not be the same that is relevant or appropriate for somebody else. So figure out what that right mindset is. But in any case, it should be a positive mindset and you should follow it up with the right sort of actions, as also mentioned by Swami Vivekananda. The fourth message highlights the value of service to others. He mentioned that this is a very key aspect of spiritual growth and fulfillment, and he encouraged people to use their talents, abilities, and resources to help others. If you've seen the concluding video of my year in review series, then you already know this. This year was a very special year for me as I completely reset and changed the direction of my life. And I spoke about the two big things or the key things that are going to be important for me in this decade of the 20s. And both of these revolve around the central theme of helping others and using my talent, knowledge, experience, abilities, and resources to be able to help others. And this broadly includes two categories of people: one, who are trying to make their mark in their careers and moving up the value chain. Secondly, the entrepreneurs and the startup founders who are trying to build a business and bring about some impactful change to the world at large. The fifth and the last but not the least message by Swami Vivekananda is the need for mental, physical, and spiritual development. He mentioned that it is necessary that all of these three are in alignment and harmony, and only then can we achieve inner peace and a sense of fulfillment. As I was thinking about this, I was reminded of the supermodel of physical and mental fitness and health that I spoke about in my year in review in 2020. And super year is an acronym for five things which encompass all the three elements: mental, physical, and spiritual development. I will drop the links to all the articles and the videos that I have spoken about so that you can go ahead and explore at your own leisure. But in a nutshell, super encompasses the diverse elements ranging all the way from sleep to exercise to rest, right down to the peace of mind. So, with that, on this National Youth Day, I hope and wish that you have a super day ahead and a super year ahead. On that note, I will have a super day if you subscribe to the channel so that we can stay in touch, and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I am sharing my thoughts or some insights on this channel which may be of value to you. And do not forget to like this video and also leave your comments behind on what are some of the biggest messages of Swami Vivekananda that have left an impact on you, and how is it that you have adopted any of these messages or learnings in your life. Have a super day ahead.